Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about new products. If you want to see in action how they perform and what I bought, then just keep on watching. Let's start with just brows because I don't have a new brow product, but I do have a primer. And the problem, well, not the problem, but the fun part is that this is the Wet n Wild 5-in-1 finishing powder, but it also is an essence, a primer, a base, and what is it else? It smooths, conditions, refines pores, balances, and pre and post makeup. So we're trying that as a primer. To be honest, I'm not sure if that will work, but it says it does, so we're trying that. And again, this is seemingly just a not even quite white powder. Let's try to touch, and did not touch this. Okay, feels like a regular powder, so let's try this. I will use a dual fiber brush. This one is by NYX, and just try to use that. That could be wrong. Oh, okay, this is powdery. That could be so wrong. I'm not sure how much you should use of that, just a little bit, but it also says this is an essence, so just blend it in. And yes, this is the first step of my routine. I know that you can use a small amount of powder underneath your foundation to mattify and use a little bit, especially if you're oily. So that would be that region, because I do have combination skin. I don't think that if you use just a small amount, this will be a big problem, but we will see when we come to the face products. Definitely took away some of the shine. We will use that later. Again, I will start though first, after the powder, I will use the Color Secret Conceal and Blush Palette. Listen, I thought this looked quite similar to the Makeup Forever, and the packaging, this is, for me at least, the Makeup Forever packaging. At least that's the one I associated with. This is, on the one hand it has concealers, and then on the other hand it has some blushes. And when you open this, by the way, this opening, it's again concealer and blushes. I kind of find it funny what is on the back side of this. It's saying it's for every skin tone, if you're light or deep. Listen, that's not the case. It also says that it's contouring, which I'm pretty sure this is not the palette for that. I will try to use this as my base makeup, meaning that I tried to use this side as concealer as well as foundation. So this is not a side for contouring at all, because none of the shades are cool toned in any shape or form where I'm listen, that is indeed a contour. You can pop these out, by the way, which I mean, that is kind of cool. And we also can use some blushes, because today I will be over blushed because I have 2 powder blushes as well. But I mean, let's try that. Again, trying this out. I will link down all the products, of course, that I use. Let me try to find a shade for me as a concealer, because normally I start with concealer because that's just the way I am, and normally I try to use concealer. I'm trying to use concealer first so that I don't have to use tons and tons of foundation. I do enjoy that this has a white concealer as well, and then some colors. By the way, I do compare this to the one normally using for I would say color correcting. This is the MAC, what is it? The Studio Fix Conceal and Correct palette. This one is in light, and we do have several shades, and we do have a warmer tone side. We do have a yellow, a pink, or salmony shade for color correcting, and then we do have a more cool tone side. I'm more on this spectrum. These colors are not though light enough for me, so we'll see about similarities. Let me try to don't touch the blush in comparison. You can definitely tell we don't have color correcting in this palette, but we do have definitely this shade in the middle of the Color Secret is definitely this shade is definitely a little bit deeper than I would like. Let me try to start maybe with this shade. This is the lightest, and I'm just use my finger because I will see how creamy they are. Okay, that worked quite well, which is amazing. Let me use my finger and just put that underneath my panda eye. Well, that worked amazingly. These are, as you can tell, it's not quite as pigmented as you may think, which could be great for foundation. Because again, I do want to use that as a foundation as well. Just put that here underneath as well. Again, I would have loved to have a more like a contour shade as well as a color corrector as well. But again, not the palette for that. There are other palettes though. In this formula, there's also like a whole blush palette as well. Let me go in with a little bit of a brush just to like blend everything in. Don't have to say that this is really easy to like blend. Again, it's not, as you can tell, it definitely brightens. It's just not, you can definitely still see some of my darkness, which I don't mind as long, I mean, I'm having really dark on eye. We're not into the point where I'm like, listen girls, I'm looking for, we're not doing that. But again, we will try to see if that works still. I will use the same color and just put a little bit on the outer edge to brighten up my eyes a little bit further. I would do that with a regular concealer as well. And then I will use maybe this shade here. Same finger, doesn't matter if they like, it's really nicely creamy. I will, and just try to like put that a little bit of some smaller blemishes, which I won't like draw attention to it to add in like the bigger guns. But that worked amazingly. Now let's use and try this as a foundation as well. And for that, I want to try this one. I bought this months ago, I will say. I think you could see that in my haul. This is the Real Techniques Miracle 2-in-1 Powder Puff. And we do have the pink side, which is the side 1 for powder. And then we do have a liquid side, which is this one. This is for liquids. So we'll see if you can tell I did not open that so far. Let's do that. And I wanted to try it, but I still hadn't. So I was like, listen, we're doing this today. There are a lot of products in that category today. Yes, interesting. Okay, we do have, again, the powder puff side, which is a legit powder puff. Then we do have like a more silicone side. And we will use, I'm not sure, I think we will use this shade here in the outer edge and trying to, hopefully it's not too deep. We'll find out. Okay, that seems okay. And we will just blend a little bit. I think I need a little more. And just like put that a little bit onto my face, on the edges where I need it. Okay, we used the orange side, which again is the side I'm trying to find out how to use that. Should we just like blend it like this? Don't feel like that is a great option. Or should we like drag it a little bit? To be honest, I'm not sure. But let's try to find a way. I do feel like I have, maybe let me, that is a nice try with that one. I just have to find out how to use that, but I will use my Real Techniques, the other one. This is the Expert Face Brush, and I will just like go in to the palette, and I'm just trying to, I feel like that works way better than like the puff. Not sure if that maybe works better when you have a real liquid foundation, and this one is more of a cream. So we'll of course use all of these products a little bit further and tell you in my monthly review if I like them, if I don't like them, if I tried them enough to find out. That works way better. Let me just finish blending that. I did enjoy the outcome more with the brush. Again, probably using that with a real liquid foundation, which again we don't use today. I do have to say I don't hate the like result, I feel like it is definitely a little bit more of a waxy texture. We will find out how this is sitting at the end of the day. We will first of all though start with a little bit of blush, because again, I do want to try it at least. And I will use my trusty blush, which I always or mostly use for blushes. And this is the BH Cosmetics number 3, which again, my favorite blush for cream on powder blushes. Probably more cream, to be honest. So let me see. I think I want to use this one in the middle. There are some great varieties. We do have a bright red or orangey red. We do have some more corally shades. And then these are a little bit more warm toned, I feel. Let's see. I will try to use that and pick that up a little bit with my brush. And we'll find out how pigmented these are. That could be fun. That could be like the worst thing. The worst thing we've tried. By the way, this will be a little bit of, I would say, underpainting. It's not underpainting, guys. It's not underpainting. Okay. Listen, that's a little bit. We have to do that on the other side as well. Okay, well, that is brighter than I expected. That's brighter than I expected, to be honest, which, I mean, it's great. It's pigmented and all. I will use a little bit of a beauty blender and try to work that in, because, I mean, I do have 2 other blushes that I want to use, and, I mean, I'm looking like a clown. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, that, I think, will work a little bit better if I don't have, like, my whole face in red. Well, that blended out really nicely, to be honest. So that is a great choice. And now let's try. Okay, not hating this so far. Definitely are pigmented AF, so that is great if you love that. And again, these are, as far as I can see, are removable. So if you do have like other palette with contours or deeper colors, you could switch them out, which I enjoy. And also, again, for blushes, you could like buy another palette maybe and switch that if you have a friend that has maybe other preference. I do feel the product itself is a little bit waxy. I don't feel like well, a little bit. It's a little bit oily. Again, it's a cream texture. We will find out if that is like working or not at the end. I will go back to the powder, which we used before. And now, because this said you can, yeah, balance, refine pores, all the good things, you know what I mean? We will use that as a setting powder because I don't think I have one. And we will use, again, the sponge we had here. I'm not sure if you can flip. Normally you can flip the tab. I'm not sure if you can do that, but we'll try first. Okay, listen up. Don't need like 15 million pounds of powder. And just like put that underneath. That's a little bit interesting, like texture, because again, the other side is like fluffy. We'll use a little bit more. Not hating that so far. And just put that in my T-zone and on the nose, because normally I do wear like glasses because that's how I am. I'm short-sighted. What do you want? Listen, the sponge is really like, it's a strange feeling. It does pick up the product really nicely. Pretty sure you can flip that. That worked really nicely with the product, to be honest. I'm pretty sure you can flip that. Normally you can. Let me try. You can. Oh, that's better. That's way better. Normally you can flip these. You can flip these, by the way, in your sponges as well, or in your like puffs, like the one by Essence, for example, which I'm using. You can just flip that, and now it's on the other side, so you can use it longer. Just saying. So that's a little bit like, it's a little bit more practically, and you can use the whole like side and not just like some edges. Oh, that's way better, guys. That's way better. That looks amazing, to be honest. Again, it's not perfectly like coverage. I feel like the product by Color are a little bit more sheer, which like these are sheer. These are not. But I feel like maybe if I use them with the sponge, I don't think though that the colors are the same, but we don't judge. Again, I do think that these are a little bit more sheer, which I don't mind. Listen, better sheer than full coverage, and you can blend it out, you know what I mean? So we will see about that. Okay, let me use some powder bronzer because I don't have a new one, and then I will be right back with some blushes, highlighters, and then we go to eyeshadows. Listen, that worked amazingly. I do feel like it works great with a product, the base product, which is amazing. Let's go to blushes. We do have two. Because listen, if you saw my haul, which is already up, I will link it. I purchased two products for my base, or for my blush, and one of them is the Alice in Wonderland and Wet n Wild Talk to Flowers blush palette. We do have several products, if I can open it. Yes, we do have two shimmery products, as you can tell. This one, and then we do have two matte blushes here and there. And then I also purchased the M. Asam Magic Finish blushes, and this is in Desert Bloom, and this is stunning. Just look at this. That is how, oh, by the way, the blush is still showing up even underneath like the bronzer and contour, so I think that this one would be amazing for like underpaint. So let's try both of these blushes and see how I like them, or, you know, the whole thing. I will start, I feel like, with the bigger blush. This again is Wet n Wild. I will link it down below. And I think I want to go, I don't want to swallow. Should I swallow? Like, listen, let me swallow a little bit. And try to like put that a little bit further back on my face. That is pretty. Yes, it is pigmented, by the way. There is also like, I think, a bronzer palette as well by Alice in Wonder, or with Alice in Wonderland. Such a pretty, fits perfectly for the blush, to be honest. Such a pretty thing. It definitely has a little bit of a sheen. It's not like extreme though. Definitely enjoy that. Let's go with the same brush, because why not, and go into the M. Asam one. I am so excited about that. Again, this is the color Desert Bloom. There are others as well. I think there are 3 colors in total. See, and do love more of a like neutral leaning blush, and we'll just like go a little bit further down in my face. That is pretty. Oh my god, that is so pretty. Again, I will test all of these products separately so we know how they perform, other than like this is a first impression. Just like, do I look like a clown? Maybe, but I like it. I love it. I love it. It looks really, really nice. I do think both of these blushes are really, really pretty. Again, we'll test them though a little further, because so far they're looking super pretty, but we again had a base down. So we do have 2 highlighters though that I am super excited about. One is by M. Asam as well. This one is the Magic Finish Glow Powder, and this one is in Superpower. Yes, Superpower. I think we will start with this one, and then we will use the Revolution Diamond Glow one. This is, I think it has a elaborate name, which I will link down below, but this one is the one that looks like glass skin, at least in the promo. So we will start with this one, because I'm suspecting this one is a little bit more subtle, just saying. Let me grab a brush. And again, I'm hoping that this works, because pale AF, but we'll find out. Okay, this is picking up really nicely. Let's do that on this side so you can tell. Listen, that's not, that's not quite. Not even a little bit of saddle. Okay. Okay. Well, that worked better than I expected it to be honest. So let's just, that looks, by the way, stunning. And again, not subtle at all. Great, then let's do that on the other side. the other one, trying to not over blend. Like, listen, this is also stunning. It's a little bit like, as you can tell, it's a little bit like lighter than the Superpower. This one though, really pretty. And I think if I look straight, I don't think it like casts a strange like stripe. So let's go in with this one again. Picks up really nicely. Wish me luck. That works out really nicely as well. I'm so lucky with today. I feel like these look kind of similar. I would say they look identical. So, like, look at this. Do you see a difference? I don't see a difference, and both of them look amazing. This one, by the way, should be cheaper, just so you know. So if you want to have the same glow like the Amazon one, I would say it's almost identical. Definitely will test it out. This one, by the way, should be around, I think, under 10 bucks, and this one is over 10 bucks if I'm not mistaken. Listen, I will link it down below. Choose as you like. Not sure how much is in this one. In this one we have 7 grams or 0.24 ounces. So do as you like. But both of them are looking stunning. I will use a little bit of the Revolution one. Again, don't think you can see a difference in these, even color-wise. We'll use a little bit on my Cupid's bow. That's beaming, as the name suggests. And a little bit on, did not do that mostly, but yes. Okay, that worked well, I would say. I want to do something with the lips. I will do a little bit of lip liner and we will be right back. We're using today all the products I bought and never tried, and that is one of them. This is the Harry Potter and She Glam Potion Glasses, I think, Bewitched Brew Lip Gloss Set. Listen, I bought this. I love this. Like, packaging wise, it's amazing, but I never used it because I'm lazy AF. So we do have 4 different like colors of gloss. This should be all like technically same. Let me try to free one of those. Listen, like one of them is like a purpley one. This is the Draught of Living Death. Then we do have, I'm probably using that one, to be honest. Not sure if these have at least the color, like a really color, because I'm pretty sure they are not. We do have a pinky one, which should be Amortentia, especially. Like, look at this, so pretty. Still beautiful packaging. And we do have this one. So I will like put that into a pretty place somewhere, just so you know. And then again, we do have like 2 more, and one is green and one is gold. The green one is, of course, the Polyjuice Potion. It has a little bit of sparkle. And then we do have the gold one, which is like goldy sparkle, and this one is the Felix Felicis. So which one of these do I want to use? Probably the pink. Let me try the pink. Or should I try the purple? Let's try the purple first. I don't think that these have like big color, let's say it like this, but they are super damn pretty. Let's try again the purple one. The purple is the Draught of Living Death, and the applicator of these is a little bit more strange. I would say strange. We just like put that up, and then we do have not a doe foot, just like a silicone applicator. So not expecting like a purple. It has a little bit of color, do you see? Like, it's not much, and again, not the biggest fan of the applicator because I do have big lips. That's always a problem. And other than this, like, you don't get a ton of product because just you don't have something to cling on. It does have a little bit of a purple tint. Not much though. So if you wanted to have like one of these, that could be fun. Again, I think they are quite affordable. Probably will like lose the tassel at some point in life. Probably earlier than later in life. Let me put a little bit of that on top, just because we can do it, and I have all 4 shades, and we will definitely try that. This one is like a pink, purpley, shifty one. I don't think these are, again, like a big... Yes, this has a little bit of a pink. I think if you will layer these like on and on, maybe that will bring us to a more color, but I don't feel like. They're not sticky. Really, really, okay, they are nice, they are nice. Again, we'll test these further. I'm so glad I just used them, to be honest. Again, it's not like a bunch of color, but I mean, did we expect a bunch of color from a gloss by Shein? Which, again, it's not the point that it's from Shein, it's just that these glosses don't set that they would have like a big color payoff. Let's go to eyes though, and I will use this palette. This is the Catrice Pro Slim Eyeshadow Palette in Blushing Ocean. This one my husband wanted to have me, and I'm so grateful. He said I should use this. This is so pretty and I should buy it. And he said that I like, or on me, colors a little bit more fun, so I'm super happy about that. And this one we will use in conjunction with the She Glam Chroma collection or Chromosome collection. Such great packaging. We do have some multi-chrome flakes in here, as well as 3 liners. I will test all the things, or we will use probably one of these, and then I will swatch all of them so we have everything together. Let me put on some eye primer and we can start. Let's experience the palette. This is one of the Catrice Slim palettes. They have a few. They also switch up their like counters, seasonal. There will be at least 3 new palettes in, I think, like January, February. I did not pick these up. And yeah, I'm super excited. These ones are more berry tones, as you can tell. Like berry tones with a little bit of a ocean like theme. So yeah, let's try these. Listen, I'm excited. And let's try them on the eyes. Maybe I scoot you in a little bit closer. Let's start with Beach Flirt. This one. We'll find out how pigmented and great they are. That seems to be at least pigmented. We don't need all of that pigment here. Just put that on the outer edge and flip that a little bit. I don't think we will do like the most dramatic look ever, but I mean, we can try to make it as fun as possible. I will put this also a little bit more in to my eye, and then we will build up from there. That works at least fine. Again, as per usual, I will like test those products further and tell you how I like them in my monthly review, because why not? I just love that the hubby like was like, no, this one is just too simple, or no, this one is not fun enough. I absolutely love him. That's so fun. Let me go in with the next shade, which is Palm, which is one of the deeper browns. This one, there is a black here as well. I will again use this one, Palm, and just try to deepen it up a little bit. At least that's the shade I am drawn to the most. We'll see how they layer. And then if I do have any problems with that. That does not look like it. That does not look like it is any problem at all. Need all of the space here because we will use the liners and the multichromes from She Glam. Just so you know, that seems to be working. Let me blend this a little bit and I'll be right back. I got a little bit patchy in this area here, so we'll try on the other eye to do first the deepest shade and then the other one to blend out. Maybe that works a little bit better. Let me find my other brush. I definitely want want to try the ocean shade, which is the deep teal. So we'll do that and we will spray that. Hopefully that works. Okay, that picks up quite well. Let me spray that. Just put that here. I'm so sorry. Hubby is sick. Like here on the edge. That works quite well. It's a really pretty and vibrant shade. Such a pretty shade. Again, still a little patchy here. We'll try to fix that and then let's go to the Shea Glam stuff. I used the same colors on the other eye and I felt like that when I started with the deepest color, which I did, that this worked better than this side because this is still a little bit patchy and I hate it, but we will do the thing. We do have 3 of these beautiful multi-chrome gels by Shea Glam and I think I will use this one because it fits the purpose and the like theme, if you will. This is the color, by the way, this is the color Mayhem Mothership. That is looking so cool. All of these should be multi-chrome, so okay, do they pick up? I think I need a little bit. Okay, they don't just pick up, so you have to like pick them up. But yeah, let's try that on my eyes. Ooh, that is pretty. Okay, they're a little bit more of a glitter, so it's more of a, I would say, like topper shade. I'm really interested in how this will look at the end of the day. Oh, that was a little bit much, to be honest. I'm trying a thick cut crease because I can. Listen, this is pretty. This is pretty. Do we like, I don't think that these are like the most easy to work with. It's just like you have to like definitely know how much you want to use. Definitely more of a glitter topper, and you can build them up if you use enough product. This one will probably working really nice, even if you like use a little bit more. Not sure that I match these. Let's also try the other shade. I feel like that would be a really pretty inner corner shade, and this is the shade Cosmic Pearl, which, as you can tell, this is such a pretty shade. I will hopefully swatch these, see if I do. And again, it is sealed and we need to open this up. That is a pretty shade as well. Can you tell? Ooh. I will use the same brush. I cleansed it in between and I will use a little bit. And I'm trying to place that in my inner corner without like, listen, globbing it on it is. Trying to, can I like, nope, you can't switch that up and put it on the other eye. Yeah, you can tell I have like 15,000 like stuff here. Okay, we'll try to like balance that a little bit. I feel like these are for beginners or beginner friendly at all, because again, if you're, I mean, it looks pretty, don't get me wrong, but don't feel like that if you're like not careful, you will have these everywhere. I'm just telling you. So pretty though. They are really, really pretty. Like, look at this. Such a pretty shade. We do also, let me listen. Let me swatch these. Why should we not? This, by the way, is Hypnosis. This is stunning. Like this on top, like look at this. Do you see the sparkle? Oh, this is gorgeous. It's like a pink, yellow, blue. It's like teal, it's green, it's gold. It's like everything. Look at this. Again, I definitely think you can tell. Let me swatch all of them. That is Hypothesis. Like, look at this. Such a stunning shade. Again, it definitely goes in every single direction. I probably, yes, these are stunning. Let's go in with the one I'm having on, a Mayhem Mothership, and the next. This is Mayhem Mothership. I don't think you can see the blue shift here in this lighting, but so pretty. And then this is again Pearl, Cosmic Pearl. These are the 3 colors, and the other one is like Cosmic Pearl. Like, look at this. You can see here, like a little bit of the shift. So damn pretty, but as you can tell, they're already creased. Just so you know, we'll see if I can like place it back. Maybe it was a little bit too much. Again, trying to like see if I will use less. That would be maybe the way to go. We'll find out. But indeed, really pretty colors, and you can definitely tell they like put on a punch. And then we do have in that collection also 3 multi-chrome liners. We do have 3 others. And yeah, let's swatch these as well. All of these liners are like a retractable liner on the one hand, and then we do have like a smudger and sharpener, sorry, on the other half. So let me go in. This is Whirlwind, which seemed to be a blue-green. It's this one. It's gold to green to blue. I will swatch the other ones in a sec to see what we will use on my look as well. This is Pixel. This seemed to be, ooh, like a silvery type of a product. That does not seem to be a multi-chrome at all. To be a little bit of a like a dual shift, you can see. But this does not seem to have like it's a silver to blue. And then we do have On a Trip, which is purple, blue, green as well. So you can definitely tell. I'm sorry, this is blurry. Let me swatch these underneath so we see if there is like a big difference in them, because if you don't need like all 3 of the shades, you know, and you already have the others, that would be a little bit of a strange thing. This is Subliminal. Okay, Subliminal is way more warm toned with a goldish, like a, you can see, with a reddish shift, sorry. Then we do have, oh my god, don't mix these up, don't mix these up, oh my god. We have Zenith is Zenith. You can see it's similar-ish, but it also has like a really interesting purple shift, but this one is more shifting blue. And then the last one of the like other ones is Vertigo. It's also like purpley shifting, but also gold. Which one of my, this is one of my favorites, to be honest, because it looks like a purple, but it also has a really extreme gold shift, and I'm still like missing one of the caps. So they're not the same at all. I'm not sure if I can show you like shifts or anything, because again, like lighting is really difficult if you have studio lights. I think I would use the second one, which was it, Pixel in my look, because that one was the more like silvery type. Let's try that. That is pretty. That is really, really pretty. I don't think, like, you can see a slight tint of blue. I definitely need to like, but it's really pretty though. Not bad. The thing I can't like stop is the creasing in the shadow. I don't know, maybe it's just because I used it too much, or it's because I should have used a glitter glue underneath. But other than this, it's really, really pretty. Let's go to the last step, I feel like. That is mascara, and we do have 2 to try. One is the Max Factor Masterpiece 2-in-1 Lash Wow in volume and length. And then we do also have the Santé Vegan 4C Mega Lash Lift. I do want to try this one, guys. I'm sorry for that. But I don't want to, or maybe should I use like one on, listen, let's use 2, we don't care. Let's use the Santé first. The Santé is a really, like, it's natural cosmetics. It has like hourglass brush. It's just a bristle brush, and we will use that on this eye and see how that works. Again, we'll try these further. Well, that was not so nice. Look, do you see a thing? I don't see a thing. And yes, I normally don't curl my lashes because I do want to put on lashes. And if I curl my lashes, they're too curly, so I can't put on lashes. So that was, nope. Let's try the Max Factor one. And yes, I know you can't see a lot of things because of the products I have on right now. So that will be fun. This one is kind of interesting because as I showed you in the haul, this one can switch. You see it like lengthened and shortened the brush. And I will think I will use the short brush first to use on this side. And this should build up a volume, at least in theory. And then the other like a brush, the longer one, should build like the volume. Again, my lashes are a little bit dramatic to work with. We'll use the other brush and just put that on top. Ooh, that works. Again, don't come for me because now there are two coats and just one coat on their side, but I do think this is looking better. Yes, way better. Definitely not good, don't get me wrong, but it's just my lashes, just saying. Maybe let me try to use a second coat on the other side as well. Because why not? Still not my favorite though. Still not my favorite. Yeah, we'll both like look both ways. I will finish that up in a sec and then I will be right back. Okay, so I put on some lashes. Let's talk about all the products I've tested and how I like them or not. Again, just a reminder, these are first impressions, so we will see how I like them in a month, but so far that is the first impression. I do enjoy the Wet n Wild primer powder or 5-in-1. That worked really nicely. I definitely test it out further and see how good this is holding up at the end of the day. I will link down or like put down in the first comment or pinned comment how everything like hold it up. The other product, the Color Secret Concealer and Blush Palette, that worked amazingly great, to be honest. I am super excited about this. If I can open it, I can show you again the inside, but I won't. Oh, okay. Like the colors I've used worked really nicely. These colors really pigmented. These ones are like light to medium coverage. They do build a little bit, which again, really nice. I do like my skin at the moment, really pretty, so that's a plus. Both of the blushes, super damn pretty. Listen, those are products you probably can tell like in the first second if you like them or not. Both of the colors, both of the blushes, really pretty. Again, if you like a shimmery mauvey blush, that could be for you, like the Wet n Wild and Alice in Wonderland one. Also, it looks really pretty. And then the Awesome Setting Blush in Desert like Bloom, such a pretty color. Like this is one of those colors I absolutely love and love to use because it's neutral. You can use it with like deep colors, light colors, like pinks, browns, neutrals, warm toned, cool tones. Doesn't matter because this is working so pretty. Definitely like it. Both of the highlighters look stunning. Definitely can't tell if there is a difference between the two colors, but I do like both of them. Again, one is the Awesome Glow Powder. Again, looks really pretty. Let me try to swatch that. You can see it's a little bit more gold warm tone. And then we do have again the Revolution one. This one should be, yeah, it's a little bit more cool toned. But again, on the skin, I don't feel like you have like a problem with both of them. Really pretty. Definitely, they do have a similar texture. I have them here. This is the Awesome, this is the Revolution. So if you are like wanting to try the Awesome one and you're like, listen, it's a little bit too deep for me, maybe go with the Revolution. The Revolution also have different colors. So even if you're deeper and you're like, listen girl, that's not going to work on my skin tone, go with the Revolution one because we do have different colors. Let me talk about this one. Listen, I'm not sure if that one will work, but I do like this puff. It's really nice. It could have been a little bit fluffier, but there is definitely some like strength to this, which is nice. And again, you can switch like the thing, and then you have like a puff, which is always a nice thing, at least in my books. Really nice. Let me go in. Let me talk about the palette first. I think eyeshadow palette, if you use the deep colors first, this could be nice. Again, first thing, it looks really nice. They are pigmented. Again, just use the deep shades first, because buildable, it's a little bit more difficult for that. So if you know that, prefer first, then normally that is not a problem. Again, I did not have a problem on this eye with building them up or like putting them down. No patchiness in comparison to this one, where I definitely have patchiness. This one is a really pretty shade, definitely like that. Let's talk about, before we go to Sheet Glam, the other Sheet Glam. These products, they feel comfortable. Do they have a lot of color? No. Do you? If you are a Harry Potter fan and you're like, listen girl, I do need these colors in my life. Again, this was quite affordable. Again, it's Sheet Glam. The only thing, I don't think the tassel would work or live long enough to see the next year. I mean, we started with 2024 here, so, but yeah. Then let's go to the other Sheet Glam. These are super damn pretty. Again, a little bit difficult to hold, maybe because I did glob on a lot of product. All three colors, super damn pretty, multichromy as you like. Again, these are the colors, and you can definitely tell they do have multichromes. Definitely want to try that color, and maybe a black base, just saying. And then we do have the liners. Again, as I said in the last video where half test, trying to link that, these are really nice. Again, these are the colors, they are not overlapping with the others, which is always a good thing. So even if you have the other pack of the other three colors, shouldn't be a problem, shouldn't be interfering. Really nice. Mascara wise, listen, that is not doing a lot for my lashes, and again, I don't have a lot, so that is what I expected. This one is a little bit better. We'll see if they dry a little, or if I curl my lashes, and I will see them more. But again, this look is also not really the best look to see really mascara in action, so I absolutely know that. Again, we'll hold you or tell you how I felt about these. Well, these were all the products I had, which was almost a full face except for bronzer and brows and lashes. I mean, other than this, I do absolutely love the outcome. It's such a pretty look. Again, I wish that the shimmer would be a little bit more long lasting, but I'm trying. Listen, we'll see. Again, I will pin in the comment how this all looked at the end of the day, and if I liked it or not, and if I liked the products in general at the end of the day, and if they like the foundation is like shifting or not. So I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you want to see more of that, then subscribe to this channel. I upload 3 times a week, and I have fun with colorful and fun makeup looks, also with brands you maybe not heard about, or you are just unaware that there are some indie brands or even cheap brands like the Sheet Glams that you want to see. And I wish you a beautiful week, and we see us in my next video. So bye guys.